if somebody could comment on the Blog Talk chat room or either the other chat room. Debbie, I see you are in our Facebook chat room, so if you could actually comment and let me know if you are hearing me, that would be great. And so we're having some technical difficulties trying to get, okay, you guys can hear me. That's good. It's very confusing trying to figure out why Debbie's not able to hear us. So let me find out. I am messaging with Debbie right now, trying to get her figured out on here. And let's see, we're going to see if we can get her back on here.
Okay, I
Debbie,
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do this via my phone because I don't know if you're hearing me through my phone or through the computer. So I'm just going to stay on my phone so we don't lose each other again. I called in as well. So a little bit of a rough start here to the show, but I think we have us both on. And I can hear you now.
My whole trip has been that way. Okay.
It's all
one
good.
of those trips.
You know,
okay.
And the fun part is we started doing this five minutes before the show started, and we still couldn't get through. So,
right.
Yeah. So, okay, so they can hear. Okay, can hear you both is from Debbie, so that's good. Okay, we're both going through now. And I appreciate the caller. I accidentally unmuted a caller, so I thank you for your patience with that. We do have a caller that if you have, there's one that doesn't have a question mark on there, so if you have a question and you are on hold, please push, I believe it's the number. What is the number? Number 1, I believe, puts the question mark there for you. Yeah. So that way I know that you have a question. Okay. Because I don't want to miss you guys, especially after I messed with all of you trying to get them on here. So I'm unmuting people. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So, okay. Welcome. Okay, let me introduce Debbie now that we've done it the rough way. Debbie has been a truth seeker for quite some time now, and quite the psychic. You come from a European line of psychics, from what I'm seeing here on your website, and quite a fascinating background of working with police. And it sounds like you can pick up information off of photos and all kinds of tricks up your sleeve for doing psychic readings. And so I'm really excited that you agreed to do some readings for people tonight on the show. And I think that'll be a great gift for everyone to hear the readings and get the readings. So I appreciate that. Tell us a little bit about that journey of becoming the psychic and growing up in an intuitive background. That would be kind of fun to hear.
Okay. Well, the intuitive background came from my mother's side. I do believe it was on my father's side too, but they kind of poo-pooed it away. And on my mother's side, it was that both of my parents are from Holland. And my brother and sister were born in Holland, and then they went to New Zealand, and I was born in New Zealand, and then we came to America. And so on my mom's side, her grandmother, which would be my great-grandmother, was very intuitive to the point that she'd warn the people from Holland, get to higher ground because there's going to be a flood coming. And they'd be like, yeah, lady, she's crazy, you know. And, of course, there was a major flood there. So now they have the dams, and then which they're helping New Orleans with. And so it's that kind of intuitiveness where people were thinking that they were a little nuts and a little crazy and knowing things that were going to come through. And so did they do it for a business? No, but I think they did it underneath the table kind of situation and doing that for other people in that way. My thing was I've been intuitive all my life. And I would have my family and friends, not family, but mostly my friends would be like, you need to be doing this. Or I would go to expos or big shows and say, I'd hear from Spirit going, you're going to be up there someday. And I'd be like, yeah, I don't think so. So I basically ran from it. I moved to a small town in Montana, which was about 900 people and hour and a half away. Very religious town, so a lot of people were like, I'm, from the devil kind of thing. And I married an atheist. So do you think I was running? I think I was. So then I was kind of playing with it a little bit, but and I'd always watch other people, and I'd be like, oh, that's wonderful that you're doing that. I'd be praising other people, but I never praise myself, which tells you need to acknowledge yourself. So then I was going in for surgery for a hysterectomy, and the doctor left and took off, and it was a botched job, and I died. So I had to go back into an emergency surgery, and when I died, and it's a longer story, but I had a spiritual being, which I find out is really the essence of us, come to me and say I'm supposed to help people find their spiritual truth. And she showed me a bunch of things that were going to happen and that I'm supposed to be doing this and telling me to go to Oregon and putting up a booth there and doing lectures. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And they're like, you have to. And so, it's
Oregon,
like I said, it's kind of a long story. Excuse me?
Oregon wanted you here.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love it. It was Portland embraced me. I mean, I couldn't have picked a better place to get embraced, where someone was, very raw, and I don't speak English that well because being in New Zealand and being raised Dutch, and then I had dyslexia and, just a whole bunch of, and being intuitive and, yeah. So I was very scared to do a lecture and even more scared to do readings. But I had 75, 100 people. I thought nobody was even going to come to the lecture. My lecture hall was filled. And when I got to my booth,
that happened to me the first time I did one too. It is intimidating.
Isn't it? It's like,
oh, it's full.
Yes, it's full, and it's you're really not going to want to hear what I got to say. And I got a standing ovation. I was like, oh, fantastic. And I went to my booth, and I had a line of people asking for readings. And I was like, okay. And I really believe the universe, or whatever you believe in, brought that into that way, because otherwise they knew I probably would not do it again.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. And so they're constantly downloading information to me all the time now. I work with a doctor in Montana. We probably want to write a book too, her and me, of all these cases that we have cured the people. I don't know if you want to say it's the spirit that cured them. I'm just a conduit. And so with her being licensed and full-fledged, but we try to do the holistic healing the best way we know how. And so when we do Skype readings. So the person will Skype, the doctor Skypes, and I Skype, and then the person says, I have this and this illness, or I have that illness, or this is going on. I can tell her or him where the root of the cause, what happened, where you created it, and how to heal it. And we've healed people with cancer. We've helped heal people with diseases that they're saying there's no cure for. So spirit is really, really good. And they'll connect to the person, and I'll say this and this happened. Something happened to you at this age, and it's probably connected to your mother. And I just had that today when I was working with a doctor, and it kind of screwed up her life a little bit. But now that she knows, then you can cure it. Do you know what I mean? You got to acknowledge it to cure it.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow.
I'm very, very happy with that. I just love doing that. And people that know me, I have a lot of YouTube videos. Me and Cash, he's a handwriting analyst. Him and me usually do it on Thursdays. We're both on vacation. I'm in Minnesota right now, and he's in Italy or something right now. So, but on my Facebook, if you go to my Facebook, Debbie Griggs, you'll see on Thursdays I upload videos, me and Cash, and then every Tuesday I'm going to try to upload, my husband's going to upload videos on Tuesday, and it's always about either rocks or spirituality or things that I'm downloading, or like tomorrow I think I'm going to upload a thing about dolphin spirits, and I have a lot of YouTube videos on my on my page, which is Psychic Debbie Griggs. Put the whole name together, and you'll see it. There's like 50 videos, and helps you open up your third eye, helps you connect if you're a medium, questions, things like that. So I'm trying to help as many people as I can.
I'm going to segue real quick, bring people over to the chat rooms, because I posted the website on the chat room. So if you guys forget or whatever that might be, or you're listening and you think you're going to go to it later, if you forget, it's in the chat room, you guys. You can go click on it. Facebook, it's at Heart and Soul Radio Chat. If you're not a member and you'd like to be, just ask to join, and we'll get you in there to chat with us on that page. There's also a Blog Talk chat room that I will be checking as well, and we will be taking your calls here in probably about a half hour and doing a few readings. So, okay.
Yeah.
Mini break is over. Now back to you. Just want to get people where you need them for these readings and to get in contact with you.
Right.
And so, helping as many people as possible. That's a great way to put yourself out into the world. I love your videos on Facebook. I don't always get to watch all of them, but I always smile when I see them. So, yeah, it's wonderful, and that really is what it's about, is, you know, helping people change their lives and bring it into a better place. So you're doing great work. Yes. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I really enjoy it, and I'm trying to create more and more modalities that I can help more and more people. So, you know, there's always new things that are coming up. I've noticed that here my daughter just moved into a new house, and a couple of her friends just moved into a new house, and they're like, we've got spirits in our house. And so I'm like, okay, now that might be another modality. Not doing a ghost hunt, because that's different. Going into a person's house.
That's our subject tonight, is ghosts and spirits and dimensions. And
right.
So yeah, I'm just going to let you have the floor, and you can tell people how that's different.
Okay, well, so that's different if I'm going into a house and you just bought the house, and it's exactly like what's going on here with my daughter's house and her friend's house, and I connected to the girl, and I said, okay, a lot of times I'll want to see a picture of the home and say you just bought it and you're not wanting to do a ghost hunt. There's a difference there. I can read the vibration of the home, of who's wanting to stay there. It could be even animals. It can be the land. A lot of times it's the land. A lot of times it's either animals or people that owned it before, or they could even be people across the way, or they were in a car accident or something. But if they see a light around you where they think they can connect with you, they'll be in the home, or they like the vibration of the home. And it has nothing to do with they're going to hurt you or scare you or harm you in any way. And the one girl that I was doing for my daughter, she's like, I know it's she told my daughter that, but she didn't tell me that. But I was like, okay, I feel like it's an old farmer. I feel like it's an older guy. I feel like he's protecting your kids. And then she got a little scared because she thought it was someone from her family. And I was like, no, if anything, they can protect you and they can help you. So I'm going to tell you a story of what happened with a friend of mine. This was in Spokane. I move around a lot. I'm a gypsy. So I was living in Spokane, and she was doing like a little psychic party, and I was spending the night there. And she had a very, very old home that was built with a bunch of rocks. And so it was from like the 1920s. And it was part of the town where it was a suburb of going into the downtown part. So you could tell that this was an old farmhouse that used to own a bunch of land. Well, she owned about, I'd say 5 or 6 acres, and in the front of her house was a big acre. Then it was her house, and then she took the other acres and made lavender fields and sold the lavender, believe it or not, to like Whole Foods and restaurants, and made oils and all that stuff with it. And so there was like, I was working at Hewlett-Packard at the time, and she was also, and I was doing inspection work there. And I would always find faults. I wonder how I knew that. But anyways, she said I said, you have an old man that's in the house. And she goes, yeah, I feel like it's an old guy. And I go, he's the owner. He's the one that built this home with these rocks. And she goes, well, Debbie, we need $1,500, and we might have to sell some of the land that we own. And I told her, he doesn't want you to sell it. And she goes, I know, but we need $1,500, so I might have to sell some of this acreage to get this money. And I'm like, well, ask him to help you get the money. And she's like, how does a ghost help you or a spirit help you get money, right?
You're going to have everybody wanting a ghost. I can tell.
Yeah. So if you're connected to it, because this spirit really liked her a lot, because I was communicating with the spirit, and I was like, oh, okay. And I said, he's saying, ask him. You have to ask them, though. There's that thing again, ask, believe, and receive kind of thing. And I said, you have to ask him, and he will bring you the $1,500. And she's like, Debbie, how does the spirit get? I said, do it, and let's see what happens, okay? And she's like, okay. And I said, ask him every night before you go to bed for a week, and then just let it go. Then surrender and, have the faith, not the religion faith, but faith that it's going to happen. She's like, okay, I will try it. So she did it for like 5 nights. She's like, nothing's happening. And I said, just believe. So 2 days later, a huge storm came through, knocked down these big, huge oak trees. And with the trees knocking down, and it knocked down some of these old structures, and the insurance company gave them $1,500.
I love it.
I think he helps with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
So we can
you
form
have
a little chant there. Ghost in the house.
Right.
So.
If you feel that there's spirit in your house, you can talk to him directly, because there is no evil. And because I don't believe it, with spirit is downloaded to me that there is no negative and there's no positive. Everything is in the way you perceive it and the way you think it. Correct? And we're
That's
all connected.
My
together.
understanding too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to say that Lori from Maine made it to the chat room and is saying hi. She was commenting on one of the posts earlier that she thought she missed the show. So I'm glad she made it. And just wanted to shout out. Hello, Lori. And, of course, we got another chat room. We've got people in both chat rooms. So hello to all of you. And glad you guys all made it. And thank you for being my sound check earlier, by the way. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
that's the story of a ghost, is what you just.
Right.
That one would be a representation of ghosts. Okay.
Well, or a representation of a spirit that you can communicate or connect with. And I feel that spirits or ghosts that you want to talk about, like attracts like. There's that law, again, that a lot of people don't like, but that's the way it works in this dimension. And so if you're an alcoholic, then you're going to get an alcoholic spirit. You can attract an alcoholic spirit, correct? If you're going through some hard times, you could also attract a grandmother, say, spirit to you that's like, oh, I want to take care of you. I know how to help you with that. So you can ask the universal sources of bringing spirit to you if you want. They can't harm you. And people will go, well, I did a ghost hunt. And I'm like, okay, you're doing a ghost hunt and you wanted information, or you wanted them to touch you, or you wanted them to say, are you present? And by throwing something across the room or giving you a scratch a little bit, that's going to tell you that they're there. If you are if you're believing that it's a darker force, then a darker force is going to come through and go, oh, okay, they're believing in me. So when I do readings, I always do a little mantra or a little prayer, and I say I only allow the highest vibration to come through me. And so I'm saying to the universe, I'm only allowing a higher vibration. Because, like I said, there is no negative, there is no positive, but you can vibrate at where you want to vibrate. So if you're saying, I have a spirit in my house and it's throwing things around, you can talk to it. Obviously, it knows that you notice it. Trying to get your
attention. Yeah.
Right, trying to get your attention. It's like a little toddler, right? So it's just like my grandchildren now. How do they get our attention? By screaming. Ah! You know what I mean? Throwing things, having a little fit. So that's what a spirit is doing. So that doesn't mean that they're evil. That doesn't mean that they're mean. That just means that they notice you noticing them, and they're trying to get your attention and trying to communicate with you. So you can say, hey, I'm going to turn on the TV, turn it off for, that you're here, or you can do it with a candle, or you can do it with lights, correct? You can connect with them that way, or come to me in the dream. But you can say only if you're of the highest vibration. Some people have to say, are you of God? Are you of Source? Are you whatever? So that they know. I had a spirit follow me, believe it or not, last Easter. I had a spirit follow me from a beautiful family. They're, very, very nice, so there was no evil there, but a person came to the party, and I think she kind of dabbled with it. And one of the spirits that knew her connected with me. So it followed me home, and I went to bed, and then I saw it at the end of my bed, and I was like, you got to go. I don't want you here. And he's like, well, it was a man, and it was a younger man, and he said, yeah, but I like the light around you. And I said, yeah, but you're going to try to take the light around me, so I need you to go. And he goes, no, because she kind of dabbles with this and this and this, and I don't really like that energy. He goes, that's why I was attracted to her, because she was dabbling in all this other kind of stuff, lower vibrational things. And I said, but I can't have you here. So he didn't listen to me then, and I'm not very religious, but then I started saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And he goes, I don't like that. And I said, well, I'm just going to keep on doing this prayer until you leave. And so he did leave, but he said that he went to someone else's house. He was going to my friend's house, and her son passed away. And it was her husband and her. And for some reason, I knew he was going to her house, so I texted her, and she was awake at 3 a.m. And I texted her, and I said, the spirit was trying to stay at my house. He said he's going to your house. Call on your son to protect you. And she's like, okay. So and I said, and say Our Father like 5 times, the Our Father prayer. And she's like, okay. So the spirit came to her place, and she's like, nope, you need to go. And she kept on calling her son's name, which is also her husband's name, but he was asleep right next to her, and called on him and said, please protect me, please protect us. And so she felt the spirit leave. And her husband woke up and was crying. And she's like, what's the matter? And he goes, I saw our son, and he hugged me and said, I'm protecting you, Dad. I'm protecting you. You're okay. So wow, that's connecting that way too. That's connecting to a spirit that has passed, that they can protect you in that way too. So
what confirmation, though, to have him wake up and have that experience. That's incredible.
Right. Yeah. It was just, it was, because it's so funny, because is it funny? It's not, but I think it's funny, that I'm awake.
Right.
She was awake at 3 a.m. It's like, and he's sleeping, and the whole thing to get it to connect it together is just so awesome.
Right.
It's so, the universal source, I believe, it knows what it's doing. It knows what it's doing, and it's like if we can.
One step ahead all the time, isn't it?
Right. Yep. It can, if you just believe that it's okay, that you're okay, if you're vibrating at that, you have faith in that, then you can have a really wonderful life. Because I get a lot of people doing readings for like prosperity or money or love or whatever, and especially like prosperity, and I'll say to them, I go, I said, I have to have so much faith in the spirituality and my abilities and other people that I'm living off of me doing readings and helping medical and doing cold cases and stuff like that. I said, I don't know if I'm going to have a reading tomorrow or not sometimes. But, I'll say to my son, not my son, but I'll say to my husband, I'll go, I don't have any readings today. And he goes, yeah, we know how that goes. Someone will call up, all of a sudden I get 3 people, I need a reading today. It's like, okay, I have an opening. I can do a reading, So I just
so
have
much
faith
for that
in that.
special lunch.
That little space.
No lunch outings for you.
Yeah.
That's
But
funny.
I mean, if people would have faith in that is, oh, I'm going to get a job, or I know I'll meet someone that will love me and honor me and respect me. I don't need to be with this person that's dishonoring me or disrespecting me, correct? If you have the faith that the universe knows what it's doing and will bring you the right person at the right time, and that you're ready and they're ready, then it will happen. It will happen. But if you keep on going back and forth, yes, I'm ready, no, I'm not. Yes, I am, no, I'm not. Yes, I am, no, I'm not. Well, then the universe is going, has she made up her mind yet? Nope, she hasn't. You know, stand back until you make up your mind.
They're wearing out their cloud, pacing back and forth, waiting.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well,
let's talk about dimensions a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was going to be part of our subject tonight, and that, it's a fascinating subject. So,
right.
Tell the audience. I mean, we kind of drift in and out of different dimensions, right? We can.
Yes, and I have done it a number of times. I lived in what we say is another lifetime is really another dimension, and all the dimensions are on top or side or angled or whatever you want to see them as at the same time. There is no time. We created time so that we could meet each other at the same dimension, at the same space, vibration, sound, and water. So instead of saying all that, let's meet at this time, correct? So,
right.
Because there is no positive, there's no negative, there is no time, there is no past, there is no future, there's only is. And that's why we think the universe is ahead of us. So like today, I went shopping with my daughter, and she said, oh, I have coupons for like Papa Murphy or something like that. And it was for Papa Murphy. And she like, look at the coupons. I'm like, okay. I go, they're expired. So I go, well, that's too bad. Maybe we'll have to ask the angels, if we can get some coupons. And she's like, yeah, whatever, Mom. We get out of the van, and on the ground was coupons for Papa Murphy.
That's so funny.
That's why, because there is no time, it's already there. It's already there. So me wanting the home on the ocean, my home that I'm going to have on the ocean, on the shoreline, is already there, and it's just waiting for me to be ready for it, and it's probably getting ready for me. Correct? So I'm going to be vibrating at that space. So also, I'm going to talk about the dimensions in this way. So Spirit gave me this information, it downloads me a lot of information. And when I think people are ready, or they think people are ready, like I said, my little mystic morning videos that I do in the morning, Spirit I'll say, oh, I'm going to do this video, and they turn around and go, nope, you need to talk about this. And then I get a bunch of people going, that's exactly what I needed to hear today. So dimension form, like I said, it's not past, present, or future. It's just the is. And so someone was talking to me, and I have a video on this also, about angels. Really, angels are us. And it's just us, an essence of us. It's our true self in a higher dimensional form that has no judgment, that's vibrating. Say if you need healing, that Archangel Raphael, which would be your Archangel Raphael, at a higher vibration that is vibrating at you being healthy, whole, and complete. And so when you're calling on Archangel Raphael, you can call him Poophead if you wanted to, and he'll still listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can call it anything you want. If you want to call it Archangel Raphael, that is fine. It's just the vibration of your essence, of the truth of who you are as being healthy, whole, and complete, and calling on your truth, your sparkler of you, to come into your body and say, I am allowing and having the faith to be calling on you to help me be healthy, whole, and complete. Does that make sense?
I love it. Oh, I resonate with that a lot. Yeah. That reality came in some time ago for me, too. And so I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
Because Spirit has showed me, And if you resonate with it, that's great. If you don't, that's fine, because it doesn't matter, because that's your truth, and this is my truth. So the essence of the spiritual universal source, whatever you want to believe on, God, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Guadalupe, whatever. And so I connect with Guadalupe. And so obviously Guadalupe must have a vibration where I'm vibrating at, because whenever I call on Guadalupe, her vibration, or the essence of me that's in that truth, must resonate with this mother love, because when I call on her, she helps me out a lot. So when I call on the Guadalupe of me, of the essence and the truth of who I am, I listen and I allow that vibration to come in, okay? So you can zigzag it around as like, okay, I believe in the essence of the angel that belongs to my feet. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'm very grounded. I'm an earth person. Then you can call on the fairies or the earth or the fires, and if you're very open to that, then you're going to get your answers, your questions, your miracles will come through your feet. It doesn't have to come through your head all the time. Everybody's like, I can't get this going, Debbie. I can't get this open. And I'm like, it doesn't have to come through your head, honey. It doesn't have to come through your head. It can come through all different parts of you. So that essence of what Spirit has showed me, or the universal source, or the truth of who I was, showed me, is that we are like a sparkler. We're like a 4th of July sparkler. And our body, our essence, our spirit is the stick of the 4th of July sparkler, right? And so, and when the sparkles go out, so when we pass, we let go of our body, we still keep the essence of who we are, that it has no judgment connected to it. So if we say that we're fat in this dimension, we're not fat in that dimension, because there is no judgment. We accept us for the truth of who we are, right? And so that's why when someone passes, they can visit, say Grandpa could visit you, visit me, visit 100 other people, because the essence of them, or this person that's passed, is like a sparkler, and it can be in so many different places, because we're not in a body. We're like Spirit showed me, that we're vibration, we are sound, we are water, and we are frequency. And
we're no longer bound by time, right? Because there is no time.
There is no time.
Yeah.
There is no time. Because I know that because Spirit has had me go back to, I love the Victorian era. I know I lived in the Victorian era. And I've had it a couple times. I've probably had it 3 times where I've literally popped back in. I was in the Victorian time. I still had these really white, light blue eyes that I have, except I had black hair. I saw me wearing the dress I was wearing. I was in California at the time, and when this happened, I was in Montana, and now I live in California. Excuse me, by the coast, but it was in Monterey. And I was living in that other dimensional form, in that other dimension. And then I popped back into Montana, and I started crying because I was like, I like that lifetime better than this lifetime, you know. I was like, I was pissed. Yeah. I was like, damn it. And they're like, no, the lessons that you need to learn from this dimension is not done yet. So that's what's going on.
Yeah, the return trip from vacation is always a bit rough.
I know. Yep. So, when you run from it, it'll bring you back anyways. It's just kind of like, you know, one of those little dog leashes or whatever. It zips you right back, and it's like, damn, I didn't want to be zipped back. You know, but so that's true. It's just like we are, like you said, there is no time, there is no negative, there is no positive, there's just is, and the is divine love. And so, and people would go, well, what's divine love? And it's the space. I mean, I will probably do some YouTube videos on it and get even stronger into it, but it's in the space of no judgment. So that you just accept everything as it is because it's all in your perspective. It is no one else's perspective. We're all like a little snowflake, and we are seeing life. I don't care if you have a twin. I don't care if everything from head to toe is exactly the same. Your perspective your truth and the other person's truth is completely different. And that is divine love, if you accept your truth and your perception.
I'm going to jump in here real quick. And once again, Debbie does these beautiful, wonderful videos. Her smiling, cute face, her laughter, it'll draw you in. Go follow her on Facebook. Do you have enough room for people to still follow you?
Yeah.
I know sometimes they put a limit on that. Go friend her, go follow her. I put the links in the chat rooms for her Facebook page. Go be her friend and follow and get these, because, you're talking about doing these videos, and I know that some of the audience is most likely not linked up with you. So let's get them where they need to be so they can see those videos.
Right. Well, go to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, and comment. The more you subscribe, like, and comment, the more I get more notice, and the more that I can send it out to more, and more people will hear them. But I will always upload something every Tuesday, and then I do, like I said, I do the Mystic Mornings, like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm on vacation right now, and the internet is down, believe it or not. See, I'm telling you, it's one of these trips to Minnesota. I just made my flight by 1 minute. So, I mean, it's been one of those kind of trips. But so that tells me that something big is going to come up then. Because when I have this, it's like testing me. Are you really sure this is what you want to do? And I'm like, yep, no matter what, I'm going to do it, And then usually something big comes from it. But go to my YouTube channel. It's Psychic Debbie Griggs, Griggs, and put the whole name together and click on that. And there I should have about or
go to the chat rooms and just click on the link.
Sorry. Or go to the chat room.
It's easy to find. I just found it. I'll follow you. Then one day you'll be like, Tracie's cool, and she'll follow me, and then we'll do it like that.
Yeah.
And I will be putting this show on YouTube as well, so I will tag you in that so it shows up. And,
thank you.
Perfect.
Because I'm going to be starting to do, like I said, I keep on advancing. I kind of want to do a show, too, where I'm doing, like, the split screen. So, like, if I called you in for, like, a Tuesday night or something, and we talk about you, and then we talk about me, and doing that kind of thing, too. So my husband's looking up on all that stuff, looking at Zoom or Be Live and checking out all these things.
Zoom. Yeah, I just got signed up on Zoom, and I could tell you how to get your Zoom over to, and it does the split screen. I could tell you how to get it over to the YouTube. So, look at that.
Oh, okay. Great.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I want to start doing shows like that. We're getting all kinds of people with numbers, people with spirits, people that, do all kinds of modalities and help other people out that way. And I love talking about these kind of subjects. So
yeah, I do too.
So that's what I'm saying is when I do my psychic classes or intuitive, I call it a high frequency class because it's more than a psychic class. And that, again, I'm going to probably do online classes on that, and I got to learn that stuff too. So that's what I'm saying. I'm building. But when I do a high frequency class, I call it high frequency because I go further than being just intuitive and opening up your third eye. I'm not doing I try to help you tune into it through more dimensions and going into like the fifth or sixth or whatever dimension you want to go into and help you feel safe and connect into that dimensional force where you can bring like what happened to us today. I wish we had a Papa Murphy coupon and we get out of the car and it's there. So
I
it's
have
not
to ask,
just.
What kind of pizza did you get?
What
kind of pizza was it?
I think it was a chicken with the white sauce.
Oh.
I forgot.
Like the Southwestern chicken or something like that?
Or something like that. Yeah, I think it was white sauce. And then we got cheese bread. And my granddaughter loves the cheese bread, so we had to get 2 things of cheese bread. So, yeah.
I understand the cheese bread addiction. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
same here.
let me know when you're ready for callers. We're just about halfway through the show, and that's usually when I like to bring the callers in. So anytime you're ready for that, just let me know, and we'll start bringing them in.
Okay, so before we bring them in, I want everybody to know that it's safe to get the readings. I want them to have the faith that it's safe to, if it doesn't resonate for you, then just let it go. A lot of times it might come up 3 months from now. I've done that to people. I went up to a lady at work when I was working during the day, and I said, "Oh, how's your husband's leg?" And she's like, "What are you talking about? His leg is fine." And then 3 weeks later, he broke his leg like in 3 places. And she's like, "Now my husband's leg. Now you can ask about my husband's leg." So
you were too early.
I was too early.
Oh.
So again, there's that time thing. If you want to allow it in or not allow it in, okay? So that's when I'm doing the readings. If it resonates with you, bring it in. If it doesn't, step back from it, and it might come up a month later or 2 months later, or because you weren't ready to bring that in yet, or you need to see it in a different perspective. I will always try, when I do a reading, I will constantly ask, and my husband says it bugs him, but I'll constantly go, "Do you know what I mean?" Because the reading is for you. It is not for me. I am not trying to prove anything here. I'm trying to help you connect to the answer that you need to hear. It's not always going to be the answer you want to hear, but it's the answer you need to hear. Okay? Yeah. I really don't want to do health connections because I'm not a doctor. I got to say I'm not a doctor, but I can say this and this and that. If you have a health question, like I said, again, you can connect with me and we could connect with a doctor if it's a bigger issue. I can say my opinion, but again, I got to say for legality reasons, I'm not a doctor, so you're just going to have to accept it for whatever way. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have some fun.
You ready?
And yep, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to bring on caller with the last 4 digits, 8947. You're on the air. Who are we talking with?
Hi, thank you for taking my call. My name is Miranda.
Okay, and how do you spell that, Miranda?
Miranda.
Okay, and can I ask you how old you are?
Oh my goodness, my age.
Around?
Yes,
around
50. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, what's your question?
Well, I do have a specific question, but I was wondering, would it be okay for me to ask you just what you pick up for me in the next few weeks?
Well, why don't you just ask me your question, because otherwise it'd be a full reading there.
Okay. What do you see around me moving and purchasing a home? And
okay, do I see you moving? Okay. I do see, if you're trying to purchase a home, I do see some paperwork, some problems with paperwork. It might be a stalling somewhere. But do I see you moving? Yes. It might not be as soon as you want it to be, because, again, I feel like there's going to be a glitch somewhere, but it's not a permanent glitch. I just feel like there's something, they keep on showing me paperwork. So I don't know if it's like something didn't get signed or something is not to what you want or what someone else wants. I feel like there's a question. They keep on showing me a question mark on it. Not the question mark if you would move. The question mark is to get to move.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I think so. Do you see it happening this year or like?
Okay, what are we in? We're in October. Okay, October, November, December. So, are you selling the home?
Yes, I will be selling my current home once I find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the issue. I'm seeing that you could sell it if you wanted to in November, but it might not be the price or the situation you want it to be. If you don't do that, then I feel like then it will be next year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I feel like you won't be as asked. I feel like someone might offer you something and you might be like, no, I can't offer that. I can't take it for that. There's issues with the home that some part needs to be rebuilt, right?
No.
What's with the issue with water?
There's no issue with water.
Okay. So when you go into your house, what room is it? When you go to your house and it's the left top corner,
Left top
what
corner.
room is that? The front door, and if you go all the way to the back, on the left side, what room is that?
It's just a bedroom, I think. Yeah.
Okay, is there anything below it?
Family room.
Okay, and what about the foundation there?
It seems okay. I don't see any issues.
Okay, all right. So, or it might be the home that you're going to. But they keep on pointing to me on that left side. Is there a bathroom connected to that?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be flooding there or something with water. But
okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
just keep it in. Yeah, look at the foundation around it, like the ground. Hopefully the ground's not going down towards the foundation and then it goes back out. Because you haven't had your house inspected yet, right?
The current house I'm living in, yeah. Before we purchased it, everything was fine. Mm-hmm. And I've only been here a year. And in fact, we just did some foundation repair, so everything's good.
Okay. Well, so maybe, yeah. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad.
All right.
Maybe
well,
that's what they were showing you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know, I want to say real quick, you were talking about paperwork, double-checking the paperwork. It made me think, oh, when's Mercury retrograde coming? And that's going to be in December, which if your other stuff fell in alignment with that, they would be looking for a home. Yeah, I mean, timing-wise, from what you were saying, that might be something to be considering, is to double-check the paperwork, because Mercury retrograde will be in December, which messes with paperwork.
Okay. And I didn't know that, and I still think there's an issue with water. So then she might, because the people, if someone purchases it, they'll have an inspection again, and who knows. But hopefully it's not the next house that she's getting into, or the next home that she's getting into. So it's something with foundation.
Just surrounding that with some good energy. And
exactly.
There we go.
Or,
all right,
a lot of times I tell people, show me the truth of this situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, universe, what's she talking about? Show me the truth. And it, then it might rise, and she might be pissed because it rises, but at least it shows her the truth. So if she's getting another home, show me the truth, or check that back room, and if there's a bathroom there, might have some water issues. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. Yeah. In my mind, I'm sitting there going, what would that room be for me? And there is a bathroom near that room for me. So I'm sitting there going, I better go check just in case she's hitting on me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will be checking for sure, because we've had leaks in that bathroom before. So I'm sitting there going, that's pretty close to what, So it is. It could very well be that you were picking up on something for me, and I am going to double check that. But I'll bring on your next caller. Caller with the last 4 digits, 3217. You're on the air. Who are we talking with?
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Debbie.
And how do you spell it with a?
With a K.
How do you spell it, with a C or a K? K.
With a K. Yeah.
And how old?
How old? 56.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to be 56 on Day of the Dead. So that's coming up soon here. So
happy birthday.
Okay, so what's your question?
I guess I just want to know what messages I need to hear. if the universe has a message for me.
Okay, so I keep on getting that we need you to breathe, okay? I feel like parts of your life are in 3 sections. And the middle section, which I feel is the essence of who you are, I feel like you keep on looking back and then you're looking forward and you're looking back and you're looking forward, and I don't feel like there's a certain modality that you need to bring into your life now. What is it that you do for work?
I'm a grocery store checker, but I want to do other things. You know, I have a license as a hypnotherapist. It's something I'd like to.
Exactly, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. See, they know what they're talking about. So that little line, they kept on showing me the past is huge, the future is huge, but the presence of, you know, again, there's no time, but I'm describing it this way so we have an understanding of it. Your is or your now is very narrow, and I feel that you need to connect with hypnotism or this spiritual work. You need to connect with it now. When do you turn 57?
March 14th.
Okay, you need to do it by then.
Mhm.
And if you don't do it by the time you're 58, I don't see you doing it.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's that close. And they are very, very good at windows. Because Tracie, I think you know Susan Larson Dance. I said it to her about her book. I said, you need to do it within 2 years, and she didn't. And within the 2 years, someone else wrote almost the exact same book. They're really good with timelines. Yeah. So you need to start doing it, honey. Even if it's just small, 1 client a month, but do not do it for free. You have to either trade. They have to give you, $10. Don't do it for free. And you say, well, I need to practice. Well, go to your hairstylist and say, I'll do this if you do this, or whatever, clean my kitchen, do the dishes. You got to have a trade, honey, because otherwise you're telling the universe, I will do it for free, and then you'll call me when I'm doing this again and go, why am I not getting any clients?
She needs to practice taking money.
Yeah.
She needs to practice the hypnosis.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for kicking the butt.
Yeah, when you accept the money, then you're saying I accept my abilities also.
Okay, yes. Wow. Thank you for that kick in the butt. So, yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay. Do it for Christmas presents. Who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? Do it you got to do it. I'm seeing that start going to little psychic fairs and saying, I'll do a little hypnotist on you just there for 5 minutes or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to be seen, honey, and you need to start doing it.
Well, I started doing astrology just for a little bit of money, and I just really don't like that. I don't really vibe with it. I've done it for a long time, and I don't think that's where I need to be. It's not me, right? I'm not
astrology, but it's not vibrating. You're not at that vibration. If anything, you're going down into the basement of that. There's fantastic astrologers, but it's not you.
Great. I know I need to hear that because I really don't want to do it. People keep asking me to do it. They even give me money, but I'm like, I don't want to do this. I have something else I need to do. So, I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is at the same time. I did the same thing. I worked at an archery place, and I don't even hunt. And I was working at an archery place during the day and doing readings at night. And I was riding 2 horses. And then finally I said to my husband, I'm not working the day job. And he was like, what about the money? And what about this? And I said, I'm having faith that the universe is going to bring the people to me. And that's what's happened. So that's the way you need to look at it. That's with everybody that's listening. If you're starting a business, you ask the universe, bring the people to me. But then you have to listen to your insight. If it says, go to that church over there, and you go, I don't go to church. Go to that church. Sit down, because you don't know the person next to you goes, I was looking for someone just like you. And that's the way the universe works.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Kathy, you know what you got to do now.
All right, thank you.
You have to do it by your 58,
Thanks,
honey.
By 58, yes. Okay.
Yes, and we've got cheerleaders for Kathy. That'll make sure it happens.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good.
Jeff is in the chat room saying Cosmic 2x4, Kathy.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. It is funny how those kind of messages can keep knocking on your door, but it sounds like there is a timeline for this, and it's important to pay attention to that. So, very
it's
true.
Like with me, Tracie, when I was running away from it, then when Spirit came to me, it said, it was in your chart. You're the one that made the chart, by the way. Hello. And, hello, McFly. And so you have to do the chart, or you have to die right now. I'm like, I don't want to die right now. Well, then you have to do what you said was in your chart. And people will go, well, what is my purpose? And that's another show. That's another video. But being in that connection of, like her, Kathy, knowing, I know I'm not supposed to be doing astrology. It's always your purpose is always an emotion. It's always an emotion. It is never 1 + 1 = 2. It's never something like that. It's always an emotion of how can you be of service. And what gives you the joy to be in that service, which is an emotion. Correct?
Yeah.
So my emotion is I'm in my joy doing readings or healing people or finding missing people or working with police department or helping people, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm in my joy. I can do readings 24/7, and I have done readings 12 hours a day at like an LA Expo. And people are like, how can you do that? Why aren't you tired? I'm like, because I'm in my joy. I'm in my purpose.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
I hear you. I know what you mean. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people ask me that sometimes too. They're like, man, you've been doing that for hours. Aren't you exhausted? No, I'm doing okay. So,
right.
Yeah, if anything, it charges me up.
Right, exactly. My perception is if you go to somebody and they say, I'm tired, doing a reading, they're not channeling the information to you then. They're giving their opinion to you then.
Yeah.
If you're tired.
I think we've all experienced that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm tired. Then you go, oh, I need to back up because you're not intuitive. Because I will not be tired when I'm doing readings. After, like, when I do the LA Expo, it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I some of the days I'm there from 9 in the morning till midnight. Do you know what I mean? Doing readings. And sometimes I'm doing readings the day before because people are flying in. And am I tired after the 12 hours when I get back into my body? Yeah, I'm like, feed me and throw me on the bed. But while I'm doing it,
feed me.
Never.
I love it.
Me. Chirp, chirp.
Okay, let's get to the next caller here. You have a lineup of callers, so I'm just going to keep feeding them to you here.
Okay.
But you want to be fed. Let's do it. Caller 4412, you're on the air. Who are we talking to?
Hello. Hi.
Hi,
this is Valerie.
Did you say Val?
Yeah, Valerie. Do we have to get
Valerie.
our age?
Can you kind of give me a round?
I didn't. What was that?
Can you give me a round? Like the first lady, she didn't tell me her age. She said just around 50. So can you give me a round? Like if you're 30, 40, or 50?
It's past that.
Okay. It's past which one?
50.
Okay. So what is your question?
Excuse me. My question is, will I be meeting Mr. Wright before the year is out? Or do I have to wait much longer?
I don't see you meeting a person before the year's out.
Okay.
I feel that you could meet the person. Let me see what they're showing me here. I keep on seeing the month of March. So I'm going to say springtime. You can meet the person in the springtime. if you, I feel like you can meet somebody, they could be good for you, but I see you going, nope, it's not the person. Nope, that's not the person. So if you're supposed to meet somebody around the holidays, I feel like there won't be a connection. Might be a good fit, but I don't see that kaboom thing going on. I feel like it will be someone, I feel like it will be someone that you probably wouldn't even think that you would connect with them, and you will. I feel like it's bigger. I feel like he's not fat. I'm not saying fat, but he's more of a huskier guy. Broad shoulders, bigger, he's a bigger guy. He's a big guy, big boned guy. And I feel like he's very, keep on showing me, I see that he has good laughter. I feel like he allows because you have a lot of energy, they're telling me. You have a lot of, you look at things and you have a lot of, I wouldn't say it's a lot of opinions, but a lot of ways of looking at things, and you like to discuss things, and you like to figure things out, and you like to have some control of things. And I'm seeing him laying back on, yeah, that's how she is, and I like that about her. So I feel like you're not in a rude way. I'm not, the way I'm describing, the way Spirit is showing me is that you're up front. He's behind you, but he's behind you because he's supporting you. But he's not a man of a lot of words. But when you and him together, there's a conversation, but with other people. So you might have friends or family that go, well, he doesn't talk that much. Why are you with him? But it's going to work out the best for you. Okay?
Yeah, I am a talker for sure.
Yep, that's what they're showing me. Spirit's usually pretty good at that stuff. So he's a really great guy. I just don't see it this year, honey. I just don't see it this year.
No, that's okay. As long as he's coming, that's the main thing.
Yeah, no, he's coming. He's coming. Oh. And I feel like someone could show you somebody and go, here, go for this one, and you're going to go, no, that's not it. Because I feel like you want to choose it. I feel like you want to choose them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Right? Yeah.
I do. And yes, yep. I do. And do you see this as a long term?
Yes, I see it as a long term. Okay. But you got to put the blinders down because he could be right there. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because sometimes you don't notice people notice you.
Okay.
You notice them.
Okay.
You definitely notice them. But sometimes that person, that great guy, is in the background a little bit. He's not going to be the forefront guy. He's not going to be this, whoa, look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like he's handsome. He's a handsome man.
Oh, that's always.
He's not a perfect boy. He's not, goofy. I mean, nothing against these people, but I just feel like he's charming and he's handsome, and that's why he's laid back. Do you know what I mean? He's suave.
Okay.
I like it. You'll love it. You'll love him.
Yeah, as long as he's not a player.
Okay. No. That's what I'm saying. Stop picking the players that are up front. Look behind them.
No, I don't. Right.
Look for that quiet one.
Since March is
he's going to be a quiet one. You might have to contact him. Do you know what I mean? You need to go up to him and say, hey. But once you're connected with him, then he will go after you.
Okay. Since March is a long time off, do you see work coming in? I'd like to be busy.
Honey, I got too many people.
I'm going to cut you off now because we have a lot of callers and it's only fair. Okay, then. If you can contact Debbie. Yeah, she's got her website up. Go find Debbie and book an appointment. It sounds like you could get a lot of information. Okay, hon? All right. Thank you for calling. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Let's bring on the next caller, 0847. You're on the air. Who are we talking to?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. This is
Annette. Who are we talking with?
Annette.
Annette with an A?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And how old are you, Annette?
I am 53.
Okay. And what is your question?
Well, my question is in regards to, I'm noticing that, I totally forgot my question. I forgot my question. Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I apologize. I've been noticing lately that people are drawn to me, and that I feel like they're not watching me, but they're noticing something about me that I'm not aware of. And it's all very, very positive. And I just want to know what has shifted within me, where people are actually, they're just like, wow. And I don't have a clue what it is that they seem to be drawn to.
Okay, so I feel like you, that your faith has changed, that you have your faith, your connection to yourself has changed.
Yes.
So that you have connected to the confidence of who you are, and if you've gotten to the space of, you've gotten into the space of, if someone said, you look like a purple pig, and you go, oh, okay, and you're just kind of rolling things off more. So I feel like people are connected to more of the truth of who you are than what other people perceived you to be. Does that make sense?
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can keep on connecting to that, then your purpose and your truth will rise, and then you can go forward in whatever direction you want to be in that space and use it in whatever way you want to.
Wow. Because it's because, to me, I'm like, okay, what is it that people are actually wowing about? I mean, they're just like, their heads are turning. I'll walk down the corridor and the heads are like turning. I'm like, okay, do I have tissue on my shoe?
No, but see, when you change your vibration, so that's like what I was talking about before, like spirits are attracted to me wherever I go. My friend I've known for, I don't know, maybe 30 years now, 35 years now, we always do like little ghost hunts, or we always go to places, and spirit will always come up to me because they'll notice me because of the light that's around me, right? Or I'll have people come up to me and go, are you on TV? And I'm like, no, but you're foreshadowing. I say it's a foreshadowing, so I say thank you. Thank you, you're just foreshadowing what's going to happen. So, because seeing you in the space that they're already seeing you in the space of your truth. Just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean the universe is not seeing it.
That's true. That's
right?
That's very,
so
very
look
true.
At it that way, honey.
Yeah, because it's interesting because someone whose attention I liked, and just wasn't. I mean, it's like he's even like drawn,
right?
To
because
me.
They're first showing your truth. Just because you're not seeing your truth, it's there still.
Wow.
Is that all making sense? Okay, so just have the faith in it and know it's true. And you're going to lose some friends because they're going to not like the new you that's being confident because you took care of them before. So now you're going to know who your true friends are.
Yeah, I think I'm starting from scratch.
Right. If they don't embrace it, not true friends. And I think a bunch of people need to hear that. So, okay?
Yeah, I think that was a big message for a lot of listeners. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Annette.
Thank you, Annette.
Thank you, ladies. Many blessings.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Many blessings to you, too.
Okay. Wow. All right. We've got so many callers. Just like I'm over here trying to run the board.
Yeah,
here.
I always when I do Sue's show, she says I get the most callers that she ever gets.
Yeah, I mean, I have to scroll up and down if that tells you anything. So, okay. We're going to go with the next caller, 6076. You're on the air. Who are we talking with?
Hi, this is Lisa. Hello. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. And how old are you?
How old am I? I'm beyond 50. 50 and beyond.
Okay.
Okay. It sounds like a Buzz Lightyear kind of thing.
Or like Star Trek. Flying beyond. Another dimension.
That's right. But, another dimension.
Yeah. So my question is, I am an independent contractor. I love the industry I'm in, and I'm working pretty hard at it in an enjoyable way. And I asked someone recently to take me on with their agency. I'm already with one agency, but I wanted to go with this one person because she's very successful. Do you see that happening?
And it's a woman, and she's 50 and beyond also?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think she's like, she told me her age recently, and I think she's like a year younger than I am, maybe. I think she said that. Okay, so does she wear jackets, or does she wear like blazers? You know, that might be the agency that I'm with now. I'm with one agency now. This other woman who I want to I asked if I could go with.
I'm seeing, honey, that you can connect with her, but I don't see the great connection with her. Not cutting her down, not cutting you down. I feel like there's another opportunity coming up for you, and you'll be happier with that.
Oh, wow. Happier. Oh, I'll take happier. Wow.
Yeah. I that this lady gets a lot of people asking her to connect with her because of her success. And I feel like if you did some kind of contracting with her, it wouldn't be the full, give you everything. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like it will be little snippets.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like it would be like a fourth of her business. I just don't see it all be given to you, and that's why I'm saying you could go with her, but it's not going to be at all what you think how it's going to turn out.
Well,
we go ahead.
When I first talked to her about it, I said she was just great guns. She was just, she said, I'll teach you everything I know. And we were just clipping along in the conversation. Now I haven't heard from her in
exactly.
I don't know, over a month. And then I talked to her recently because I volunteered to do a project for her. And I said, by the way, I'm still here if you need any help. And I just, she didn't say anything. So I don't know if she changed her mind. I just don't know.
Yeah. See, I think that she would only give you, like I was showing, little snips and bits. I don't see her fully embracing you, and I feel like there's someone else that would fully embrace you and love your work.
Oh, wow. Do you see when that timeline is, when that other opportunity comes in?
Yeah, that wouldn't be until next year. Again, another springtime. Springtime. Yeah, I've seen springtime. March, April.
God. Okay, well, I haven't made any money right now, and I just hope. Hope money starts.
Please stop giving things away for free.
Yeah.
Pay for free. So it's kind of like, I'm going to use me as an example. So like I'm going to start doing online classes. I might do like the top of like opening up your third eye and maybe charge $45 or $50 for those classes. But then I could have another class where it's more in depth and then charge $200 for it. So see what I'm saying? You need to do $5, honey. You got to trade. you got to trade, or you got to, because exactly what I said to the other person, the universe is going, hey, she's doing it for free. Let's send her people that want her to do it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa, thank you for calling in.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you for being there.
Okay.
Thank you for being there.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
So true. It reminds me of a post that I saw on Facebook, and I'm going to see if I can do it without butchering it. It was, I can't. But it was along those lines. It was something to do with until you see your true self.
Right.
Or when you see your true self, you'll stop giving discounts or something to that effect. And it
exactly.
just seems to be a theme that's going on right now. It's like it's popping up. Big message for all of us. You know,
well, this is what you need to say to yourself. This is what you need to say to yourself. Because we get that too, right? When someone goes, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm a psychic. They right away go, okay, start reading me. And I'll say, well, what do you do for work? And they'll go, I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh, so you're going to do my hair for free? And they're like, no. Then why are you asking me to do you for free? But that can be rude. Or people will say, can you give me a discount? And I'll say, your ability to pay for me has nothing to do with my abilities.
Right.
Just because you can't pay me doesn't mean I'm not worth my abilities. And I'm going to be raising my rates in the beginning of the year. In January, I'm raising my rates. And people are like, oh, and I'm like, well, then I'm not the psychic for you because I'm worthy of what I ask. I am worthy. Just because you can't afford me, that has nothing to do with me. Then let's work on that you can accept more prosperity in your life.
I'm going to say something to that, though. You know, it's that same person that's asking you for a discount that will turn around and spend full price on something else that catches their eye. And so it's what value do they see in you as well. So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Your ability to pay me has nothing to do with my abilities. If you can't afford me, I'm sorry. But I am worthy of my abilities. And I'm probably worth times as much. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, but if they think it's rude, oh well, their perception of you has nothing to do with you.
Exactly. That's their own reflection coming back.
That's their perception, right?
All right. Are we ready?
Okay.
We've got 10 minutes left. Let's see if we can get in one more call, and then we'll tell everybody once again how to reach you and where to find you on social media. So let's go ahead and bring in 2104. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
My
Who do we
name's
have?
Wendy. Wendy?
Is this Wendy?
Yes. And
Hi,
I'm
Wendy.
49.
Okay. And what's your question?
What's my message from the universe? I mean, I have a lot going on. So, other than just breathe and slow down and take it easy and take care of yourself, what's my go-to message?
You need to get into the connection. I don't know what your relationship is with your mother, but they're saying that we need to have you connect to the feminine of you, and this is going to deal with your health. This is going to deal with your relationship, and this is going to have to do with prosperity. They're saying that you're not truly allowing yourself to receive and be at the top of the thing. I'm seeing you climbing the mountain, and I'm seeing you going in that direction, but I don't see you, like, raising your hands and going, I'm there, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get you to be able to receive the prosperity, the love. I feel like it's connected with honor and respect, and I feel like, again, it's affecting health, it's affecting relationships, and it's affecting prosperity to you. So if we can get you to say that I'm safe to go forward, I'm safe to be my feminine, and I'm safe to listen to my insight, because I feel that you're very intuitive, and that sometimes if 100 people take a left and you're going, no, I need to take a right, you need to take that right. Right now, it is adamant. If you were my daughter, I would say this immensely to you. You have to listen to your insight for the next 6 months. I feel like the next 6 months are critical points in your life that are going on, and choices and decisions have to go with what you feel and what you think. And it might be against the grain, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the rainbow, you're going to have your pot of gold. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be still some situations coming up around the holidays. I feel like there's going to be choices that you're going to have to make around January.
Huh. You can't be more specific, huh? What kind of choices?
No, are you in a relationship right now?
Are we what?
Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. So where's the which direction are you guys moving, or what direction is the relationship going?
He's considering going to Texas to work.
See? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's choices.
Well, that's a good choice in my mind.
Okay, so then if you think that's a good choice, then you need to listen to that. Because there's going to be some people that are going to tell you, okay, so there's going to be some people telling you not to do that choice. And when is he thinking to go to Texas?
He's been thinking about it for a while.
So is he thinking in the next year, January?
Yeah. Maybe in the next couple months, January, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. So that's what's going to be happening, honey.
What's the choice in it for me? He goes to Texas. Where's the choice in it for me?
Are you going to go with him?
I already know.
Okay. So that's the choice.
Okay.
That's the choice with the relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're saying that's the end of the relationship?
I'm seeing that your choice is going to make that decision, yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing that you could try it out, but I don't see there's going to be a lot of catch-22 with it. It's not going to be the relationship I think that you're desiring.
Right.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So
thank you for calling.
It's going to be 6 months. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think I was right on there. I said January movement relationship, didn't I?
Yeah, and I'm familiar with Wendy, and what you were saying in my mind, it made sense because I was probably putting it in the same place as you were, where she might have been looking, where are you putting this? So,
Okay.
Eventually it sinks in. I've had readings like that for myself where I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And then, an hour or so later, it's like, oh, I know what that means. And I'm sure everybody's had that happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
but you
Debbie.
Understand what I was saying to her then?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so then you can help her out. Yeah. Because I want to make sure that she understands, okay?
Yeah, and she does have a lot of things going on. So, the universe doesn't leave you in that situation where, you've got chaos swirling around you all the time. It does, everything does change and shift, and, that's just where she's heading. She's heading for it's time to make choices and decisions, and then the universe will be like, okay, now I know what to do. Boom.
Yep.
So,
and I'll give you the gift within the next 6 months. At the end of the 6 months, which is what? October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Here's that springtime thing again. Yep. She'll get an answer. And she'll be like, oh, now I know which way to go. I know which direction. I don't need to look up and down, and I'm just going to go forward. And if you follow, you follow. If you don't, you don't. Because, boom, here I go. And that's what's going to happen to her. None of this off decision is going to happen for her anymore. Good?
Yeah, I think I get it, and I know that she will as well. So, perfect. Well, Debbie, let's talk about how people can find you again. Again, we were talking, some people came in a little bit late in the show maybe and didn't get to hear us talk about the fact that you have a YouTube channel, you do videos, you have a website. So let's talk about those real quick. We got 2 minutes left on the clock, and I want people to know how to find you.
Okay, Facebook, go under Debbie Griggs, not Psychic Debbie Griggs, but Debbie Griggs. I'm sitting there from Sedona, and it'll say Psychic on the page. Friend me there. My YouTube is Psychic Debbie Griggs, Griggs. Put it all together, no space, on a YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, and comment. I do upload videos every Tuesday and Thursdays. I also do Mystic Morning videos in the morning, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I have the chance, if I'm not traveling too much, of all kinds of topics of stones, spirituality, how to open up your third eye, how to connect with a partner, all kinds of topics. I have like 50 videos there. My website is psychicdebbie.com, and you can see a detective talking about me, the doctor talking about me, even me doing some little ghost hunts where spirit comes to me and orbs are flying to me and stuff. So I'm in Minnesota right now. I'm going to be at the White Buffalo this Saturday doing readings at White Buffalo. Contact them. And also Friday night, I'm doing an aura class for $40, and you will be able to see auras at the end of the class.
Fun. All right.
Okay.
Perfect. And they can book appointments through your website? Is that the best place to go?
Yeah.
All right, you guys,
they can go
to the website. I know some of you that did get through, you had more questions, and there's a lot of callers that didn't get through. Go to psychicdebbie.com and book your appointments. All right, Debbie, thank you so much for being on the show. That was a lot of fun, and we got to learn a lot about dimensions and ghosts and spirits and just had a lot of fun with you. So I appreciate it. And, of course, as always, we will do it again.
Yeah, so, and like I said, when I get my little video thing going, and then we'll have to do a live video show together. That'd be fun.
Yeah. If you have Zoom questions, let me know. I'm learning it too, but I got the YouTube portion down. So okay.
I will.
You have a great night, and good night, everybody. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you guys all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Panera now delivers, so you can order good, clean food right to your office, or door, or porch, or backyard, or front yard, or apartment, or dorm, or castle, or shop, or worksite, or wherever. For lunch, dinner, and everywhere in between. Click the banner to order or visit PaneraBread.com. Participating locations only. Panera. Food as it should be. Panera now delivers, so you can order good, clean food right to your office, or door, or porch, or backyard, or front yard, or apartment, or dorm, or castle, or shop, or worksite, or wherever. For lunch, dinner, and everywhere in between. Click the banner to order or visit PaneraBread.com. Participating locations only. Panera. Food as it should be.